Lesson 27, this is question number 1 and question number 2. Okay. It says 60% of 300. That's kind of the idea we're working with. And the question says, write the words percent, whole, or part under each problem or in the boxes beside the problems to show which piece you are solving for. All right, so look at it. We got 60% of 300 equals what? 60% of what equals 300? 60 out of 300 equals what? And percent, look right there. Okay, that says percent. So this is going to be the percent. Now, whenever you have the word of is usually the total. Okay, like 60% of 300, this is going to be the total here, which means 60% of this total is only going to be a part of this amount. This is not going to be 300. This is actually going to be less than 300. It's only 60%. So think about it. There's 300 questions on your test. Ooh, that's a big test. And you got 60% of them right. 60% is like a D. Okay, so that would not be very good. So you wouldn't get all 300 points. You only get part of the 300 points. All right, so remember I said that of is always a total. So 60% of what? That would be the total. Now, the next question, question number 2, says to solve these. So we're going to solve 30% of 300 equals what? We're actually going to answer there. Let's go back and do that part now. So 60% of 300 equals what? I'm going to need some room, I think. Let me erase those for now. Okay, so now we're on question number 2. Question number 2. All right, so we have the formula. Part over whole. You know what? I put total there. That should have been whole. I'm sorry. Just fix that. This should be whole. Whole and total kind of mean the same thing. I kind of use them back and forth interchangeably. Equals, part over whole equals percent over 100. So let's fill in, here's our template. We're going to fill that in. We've got 60%. So percent goes over here. So 60, 100 always goes under percent. Of 300, we said that 300 is the whole. So that's going to go down here at the bottom. How do we figure out the part? The part is X. Now, I'm going to change up my strategy a little bit. Instead of using cross multiplying, I'm just going to solve this one with proportions a little bit easier this time. Okay, so how can I get from 300 to 100? I mean, that's kind of an easy transition. I could just divide this by 3. And so I could divide this by 3. It's a mystery number, though. What divided by 3 is 60? What divided by 3 is 6? Let's think about it that way. What divided by 3 is 6? Or let's do it backwards. Let's multiply those two numbers to figure out what goes here. 60 times 3 is what? 6 times 3 is 18. So 3 times 60 would be 180. So our mystery number X equals 180 on this question. Okay, now let's go to part. It's still question number 2, but it's the second part of question number 2. So I'm going to erase this. All right, let me erase that up there too. Okay, question number 2, part 2. 60% of what equals 300? Now, a minute ago I said that was total, but really this is the whole. Okay, that's the whole. So here is our part over whole equals percent over 100. All right, the part on this one is this over here. This is the part. So 300 over the whole. The whole's missing. X equals percent. 60% out of 100. Let's see if we can take a shortcut on this one. Can I go from here to here? I think I can, because 30 to 6. 30 divided by 5. Yeah. But it's not going to be 5. Maybe it is. Hang on a second. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So what divided by 5 equals 100? What divided by 5 equals 100? You can always flip that around and say, well, what is 100 times 5? 100 times 5 is 500. So this is going to be, this little x right here is going to be equal to 500. Because 500 divided by 5 is equal to 100. X equals 500. All right, we got one more part. Part 3 of question number 2. I'm going to erase this. All right. And the third part says 60 out of 300. 60 out of 300 equals what percent? Can we still see that? Yeah, you can still see that. So 60 out of, that's a fraction, okay? This is the part. This is the whole. Oh, that's terrible. And this is the percent. So if we do part over whole equals percent over 100. The part is 60. The whole is 300. The percent is, oh no, we don't know. There's our x this time. Out of 100. So the x moved, the mystery number moved. Can we take the shortcut? Can we solve this using a proportion? I think we can. How can we get from 300 to 100? You can divide by 3. Whatever you do to the bottom, you must do to the top. 60 divided by 3 is 20. So our mystery number is 20. That's going to be 20%. Okay.